we can't talk finance and not talk my favorite topic, cash flow, right? Cash flow forecast, your cash flow projection. And just as we spoke about the seasonal needs, you need to understand what does a season mean for you in terms of money. In the case of a B2B, people going on vacation, it actually might see slower payments because it means people are not in office to prepare your payments and get you paid, right? So you may need to understand if that is what is going to happen, how am I going to adjust? Do I need additional cash to take me through that period until they get back? Or do I need better collection procedures at the start to ensure that I get my payment before people go off on their vacation? There's that element. And then there's the element of, well, if my product is seasonal or my service is seasonal and I'm going to see a ramping up of demand, then what does that do to my cash flow forecast? It means that I'm going to be getting cash. But then also take a step back. The first thing we started talking about was marketing. If I'm marketing for the summer, then it means I'm going to need cash flow before summer starts so that I could push my marketing. What are the marketing efforts that I'm going to be pushing before the season starts? So whether it be more targeted campaigns, as Tamara said, do I need an ad spend for that? Do I need additional graphics? Am I ramping up and with an influencer? Whatever it is that you're doing, the point about it is it affects your cash flow because you're going to need to spend cash ahead of the season in order to then get money during the season. So definitely taking a look at your cash flow forecast to see how the season impacts the cash and what you need to do. One of the things Michelle spoke about was the sales cycle. That is such a critical part. I think that's a part that we don't pay enough attention to. If you understand what your sales cycle is, then you're going to understand your need for money. If your sales cycle, and we've said this on this show before, if you're in a B2B space and it's taking 3 months for you to close a deal, if you started that deal in May, right? And we're saying, well, okay, during summer, things are slowing down. Is it going to be 3 months still, or is it going to be 5? Because by the time they come back, then they pick back up the conversation. What happens during that 5 months? Where are you going to get money to survive? It means either you look for alternative sources of revenue to take you through that period, or you have to rely on the cash that you would have had from before. Also, in looking at your finances, one of the other things you want to look at is your pricing. So during this high competitive time, especially if your product is seasonal and you're competing with everybody else, look and see what's going on out there. Michelle spoke just now about, people putting out campaigns there to say, buy this now in order for you to get it in time for the particular date. It's going to be a high competition time. So you want to look at what are your competitors doing and consider what they're offering and how it impacts you and how can you respond to them. Are you responding with a discount? As Michelle is clearly saying, no, let's not run to discounts. Are you offering a discount, or are you offering something else? Are you offering a flexible payment option? Are you saying buy now, pay at the end of summer? Or are you saying get more for the same money? So the person is selling 3 for 10, you're going to sell 4 and 5 for 10. What is it that you're giving extra in order to stay competitive? And of course, how that impacts your finance. If you're giving a discount, you're cutting into your margins, that's one. Or if you're giving more, it's going to cost you more on the back end. So profit is going to be impacted. You want to have a look at those numbers, and you want to optimize the pricing to ensure that you stay within the goals that you set for the business and that you're not putting your profit margins on too much of a strain. Summer season is a great fun time, yes, but don't forget the basics of that your business has to run. And all these different things that we spoke about today helps to ensure that you keep that continuity during that time. You can't just shut down, especially if you're a one-person show or even a two-person show. You have to be able to put the different things in place. As Michael is saying, you have the operations, you have the sales, you have marketing. Don't forget the money, right? You need money to ensure that these things happen. And it could be money to ensure that you hire help, to ensure that the business continues in your absence, or it could be money to drive marketing, to ensure that you boost your sales. Whatever it is, they will take the time to think about the season. That's my takeaway point to you. Take the time to think about the season. All that we said today may not be relevant to you, but think about the season and how it impacts you.